Hello then, welcome back to the Roman Empire. Last time we declared on Austria, basically, because of the fact they had alliances with Transylvania, Bosnia and France, which I'm going to take advantage of. And, of course, again here, the mechanics of running away are a pain in the ass, because again, if you just have a province, basically what I should do, if I want to be safe, is get myself a province in China, because then my troops will run there. Or basically, I should just give whoever I'm fighting with a province in China, because then they'll run there. That could actually be a hilariously funny way of doing things, but I don't think we'll do that. I think I'll just try and focus on actually sieging here, and then we'll be moving forwards. But yeah, I'm probably just going to be focusing on sieging Austria more than anything else. I do have a call for peace though, which is a annoying little thing, but it's tolerable. It's something I can handle, I think. For the time being, though, I'll just wait. I'll allow the sieges to continue, and we'll make peace with Norway, I think, pretty soon. But yeah, again, Austria just spitting out new troops. Like it's kind of impressive how quickly they actually managed to spit out new troops. But that's another story entirely. Eidsiva, Akershus. How are we doing in Norway? I can actually connect this with the Finnish provinces. So let's see here. Might just go for this as a peace deal, just so I can actually just eat some of their land more so than anything else. 24, 41, 49, 59, 200 diplomatic power to do this too. So it's not cheap, but it's going to make it easier to get control over the areas. So let's just go ahead and help those guys in Trøndelag, because they're just really slow. And how are we doing here? There we go, Transylvania, siege that. Let's go and siege Wien. Bosnia is basically done for. I have no idea if I can actually just hand it over to Serbia right away, but I'm going to try. Diplomatic power-wise, we're also in a awkward spot here. We do have a lot of it, but apparently we've gone so low on my diplomatic reputation right now, because I do get some from, I think, legitimacy, perhaps? Yeah. I get 1 point of like reputation from having full legitimacy, but unfortunately I have some unlawful imperial territory, which is hurting my legitimacy, and thus making it so that I can't just annex anyone right now, which is of course a not really a slight problem, but rather a big problem. But I'll have to deal with that later. For now, let's just have you hand Bosnia over, but unfortunately they don't want to, because they are annoying. Transylvania. How are you feeling about handing some of your land over to Serbia? You would agree to that. Good. Let's just hand that over so Serbia can actually start coring it. And I'll be placing 12,000 troops in Vienna, because I need to kind of have troops, well, in a to some degree secure location. The coring also of the province I took in the previous war is going fine. Once we actually... Wow. People is getting pissy, because I'm, well, killing everyone. But I'll just sit back and it should be, well, easy to deal with to some degree. Now, in terms of peace deal here with Norway, we're getting, again, really close, but I'll have to see. I'll probably be able to take everything but their capital. So they're going to be, to some degree, done for, basically. I thought that was Scotland for a second and got worried. I'll just sit back, allow the sieges to continue, and once we have cored these two provinces, we'll go ahead and annex Holland. It should be done in, well, not too long, so I'll sit back here and we'll see how it goes. Again, I'll hand this over to Armagnac. Again, they are the disloyal vassal, but it's perfectly alright, and impressively enough, it's actually 99% war score for Ile-de-France, and the reason for that is because I couldn't call France in as a co-belligerent, but also because it's a well, sorry, I was about to say 16 in my language rather than English, which would have been Saesten. Anyways, it will be 16, so it's a really expensive province in terms of base tax, and of course it's going to make it a lot more expensive to annex Armagnac. I might actually have to go for diplomatic reputation guy here. And we'll do that actually. I didn't think we had one, because last time I checked I didn't, but I do have one now, so that is wonderful. That is actually pretty damn great. But as I said here, I'll just deal with well, the devil himself, Austria. Should be very much straightforward, should be very easy here, and there we go. Holland can finally be stopped in their mean colonial rage. I do not want to make peace just yet. Would have been hilarious there if I actually made peace with Holland and completely forgot about Norway, because I have a tendency of doing that. I do that a lot. I kind of hate to admit it, but I do that a lot. So I'll sit back here again. We'll deal with Austria. Should be very much straightforward. I just need to actually piece out the Palatinate more so than anything else, because they are basically the ones currently causing a little bit of trouble on the war score scene, but also the fact that I haven't actually sieged the war goal is probably not helping. In terms of that, we're actually going to just go ahead and send 6 or 1 of the 24k armies to the Palatinate to siege their land to again make it a lot easier for me to just white piece them out later. Or should prevent that from happening. Mercs basically being, well, annoying, so to speak. But we can handle that, we just curtail them. For now, however, we'll just sit back and wait. The troops here are mostly just the Trier and, well, whatever refugees you can find in the area. There's a 12,000 men army just there. So basically they have 12k men left to set up a fight, and that's it. Do I want to take the flute? I don't think I want to take it just yet. We're going to spend probably 200, 300 diplomatic power on Norway. And currently we're spending 4 points a month on Armagnac since it boosted my diplomatic reputation. So I think we don't want to take diplomatic tax just yet, again, because again, it's important to keep things at bay. Armagnac here is definitely scary. I basically have created a mini France here. Well, a sliced off France if you want, because I just cut off its head to some degree. But it's still France, and it's still scary France. All I really need to do now is just wait for the southern province here of Agder to be sieged, and then we'll make peace with Norway. In terms of everything else, I'll just wait. Once the sieges are done, we'll start making peace deals. I'll be back once we reach that stage. Or I'll be back right now, because Agder just got sieged. So, Norway, we're about to make peace with you. And unfortunately, I did not need to siege Agder, but that's fine. Instead of that, I think we'll just go with this. Yeah, it'll be a little bit better, I think. Better looking. So we'll take this, 275 diplomatic power for all of these provinces, but that's fine. There we go. Humongous Finland right now. Just need to eat Denmark. And with that in the box, we can also go full annexation on Holland. And now I'm pretty sure we'll get that coalition. We also do have not actually enough admin points here to core that last province too, so I'll have to wait a little bit for that. But yeah, we probably dealt with most of the colonizers right now, which is wonderful. Except of course for the fact that Scotland started colonizing, which I find hilarious. We have what I need here. As you can see, we just discovered the coast. We might have discovered it earlier and just me being an idiot. But here are the English colonies, and I can actually deal with English colonies. I can take England out. But I'm actually tempted to just keep on allowing England to colonize and just take their provinces per se. But I'm a little bit unsure how that would actually work. I might have to go for a cultural conversion to make sure that I do actually get Roman colonies to some degree. But I'll wait and see. It should be fairly straightforward, to be perfectly honest. Bosnia is finally agreeing to be destroyed. There we go. How about France? Are you ready to give up? France is ready to give up. Boom. No more French blob. Now, the funny thing here is I think France will actually be reborn as Armagnac. It might actually happen. It would be hilarious if so, but we'll see. Now, Austria, they don't really have anything that I want except for hand these things over to Styria. That's basically all that I want now. Well, mostly. And of course we could force them to give up Baden, for instance, too, but I don't think so. So with that in mind, we'll just sit back here, allow the siege to continue, and hopefully we'll be done very, very soon. We'll see how it pans out. Why am I making so much money right now? It's because I'm sieging Austria? Probably. I would actually presume it is because I'm beating Austria pretty, well, substantially. Might be. But again, I'll just sit back and siege, and we'll see how it all pans out. The Palatinate is ready to be pieced out, and of course we're going to do that. There's no reason to continue a war against the Palatinate because they have nothing that I want. With that, we're also going to be using, or able to use our troops here to deal with the Austrian forces more so than anything else, and that is of course also wonderful. Just get rid of them in its entirety. And Austria is actually ready to make peace, because without Styria, they're actually very, very powerless. So we're going to take the provinces as stated, and we're just going to force war operations on top of that, because I am a very, very bad person. Now, it's a very easy way to weaken Austria a little bit. The troops, of course, will be sent back to where they belong, and hopefully here we can also deal with Armagnac, even if they decide to go full, well, evil on me. Still another 4 years before I can get rid of England, but I can finally choose my rivals here again. Bohemia, Ottomans, Russia. Well, that's a tiny Russia. I think that's the tiniest Russia I've ever seen in this game. Mostly due to... It's my fault, but still. It's most likely that I'll fight Denmark pretty soon, so we'll take them instead of Commonwealth or Russia. Because I don't rely on the Finns here to actually be able to fabricate claims for me. They probably should be, but they probably won't. So, that's my problem. Anyways, with this, we can now just sit back. Jerusalem just got converted, interestingly enough. And unfortunately, I can't convert these because they do have the religious seal, which is basically just the fact that it's just been converted and we don't want you to kill the Reformation just yet. That's basically how the event works. Or the religious seal works in this case. We're getting close to the Pentarchy. We have Jerusalem, it is Orthodox. Now we just need Constantinople, Antiochia, and Iskandria, also known as Alexandria, if I'm not completely, well, stupid. Yeah, Alexandria. And Antiochia. I have no idea what this is actually called, I can't remember. But I have dynamic province names, so that's probably why I'm a little bit rusty. I'm also tempted to actually just deal with Hungary, deal with Bohemia, have these provinces here, basically the borders of old Hungary, hand it over to Serbia. I'm also tempted to just deal with Moldavia to some degree too, hand that out to also over to Serbia. And then once Serbia has actually taken the Ottoman land here, I'm probably just going for the annex. Ha, you deserve that. Now, funnily enough here, since I sent my troops here in a, well, awkward fashion, if you will, they're currently trapped. Yes, I might actually have to fight. I might actually have to fight Switzerland here just to get my troops back home. That sucks, but we'll have to see what we do. Anyways, I'm going to end it here, and we'll continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.